On to Paris Melvin Jr. This is a guy that we've talked about considerably in recent weeks, and he is in the athlete category.
This is a kid that I've also had the opportunity to see on several circuits. I mean, every time you catch his tape, you watch him in live reps, he leaves you just asking, what can this kid not do in the field? I talked a little bit about him on our recruiting crew earlier this week. This is a kid who played running back, quarterback, wide receiver, and cornerback all season long. Another talented kid, of course, with none other than that Houston, Texas area, a plethora of cool talent. There, we knew that there was a lot of favorites. Of course, he took several official visits, but he's officially announced that he's down to 4 schools: Arizona, Baylor, of course, Houston, and Willie Fritz, the hometown favorite. They've also been working in overtime to keep the talented 4-star athlete. Again, he's one of those kids that really defines athlete by his name. And of course, the final school being Ole Miss. Of course, if Ole Miss could grab and keep that Texas flood and Texas pipeline, Paris Melvin definitely would be a huge win. Of course, closing out his official visit season down there, it was Houston, and then of course Ole Miss. He's the number 10 athlete, as we see in there in this 2026 class, the number 21-20 overall prospect to come out of the slate. Like I said, this is another gem of a two-way player. We've really seen the emergence, Mark, of just these talented two-way players, these multi-sport athletes. During his junior campaign, playing all those positions that I mentioned just a minute ago, he rushed for 1,091 yards, 18 tutties on 7 per yards per carry. He completed 3 of 5 passes for 52 yards and one touchdown, had 1 INT. He had 22 receptions for 352 yards, 3 tutties again on 16 yards per catch. And that's on the offensive side of the ball. Flipped on the defensive side of the ball, he's had 13 tackles, 1 TFL, and 1 INT. And again, this is a kid who has had a ton of experience on varsity. He's been playing for that Cy Springs varsity team since his freshman year. And again, it is no question that on his senior season, like I said, offensively, when you watch him, this is a team that this is a guy, a player, he's a game changer. He can turn the tide of a game super quickly. He's just super dynamic when you put the ball in his hands. Again, not only is he impressive on the football field, like we say about much of these extremely athletic, talented players, their quickness and speed comes from their track background. Again, I think he's just really versatile kind of playmaker. You can put him, like I said, at the running back position, the wildcat option, a slot receiver. I mean, if you're talking about Lane Kiffin right here, I mean, he's an offensive dream. When you can put a, like I said, when I say you can put Paris Melvin in any situation, and he's explosive, he's just that kid, and he's really good at adapting and excelling in various roles. Like I said, another invaluable asset. And just if you look at the teams he's really interested, he's going to a place where he knows that he can not only develop, but he's going to have the opportunity to play. It's clear, especially this is a kid who probably could go and be an instant impact player at some top SEC schools. But if you notice, Arizona, Baylor, Houston, and Ole Miss, really the more high profile program in all this as far as his skill set would be Ole Miss. So again, this is a talented kid that's definitely taken his time in recruiting, but he's really looking for development. And you can tell from his choices that he's and his visits that he's really looking for a place where he knows that he not only he can develop, but he's going to shine. And again, he's got a really unique, he's really explosive. Like I said, that track background definitely shows. He has a really unique movement style when you watch him play that I think just really adds to his overall playmaking versatility. And every opportunity he gets to top, I mean, he's just razor sharp. He navigates through defensive without positions. And I think that that comes from him being able to be on the flip side, his time playing quarterback. I mean, he really knows how to read speed, changes his direction like a seasoned pro, like he was in the NFL already. Again, he keeps defenders guessing, and every time he touches the ball, Mark, he's just a dynamic force. And like I said, on that defensive side of the ball, he didn't get a lot of reps, this past season, but I mean, he is a chaos maker. He's just that athlete that when you put him in, he knows how to really distract an offensive player and really get him out course. He knows how to dissect that opposition. He's got a really impressive ability to break the ball mark and he's really just a keen sense of cover awareness, extremely high football IQ, has also had experience on special teams. So the list goes on and on. But again, Harris Melvin Jr., after following some strong official visits, having a lot of good things to say about. He's down to Arizona, Baylor, Ole Miss, and of course the favorite, Houston, looking to add another high-profile in-state player. We'll see when it's all said and done who's going to win. But again, some very interesting final contenders for one of the most talented athletes coming out of the Lone Star State, and one of the extremely talented, versatile two-way player. Like I said, not many kids can really execute the way I've seen Paris Melvin execute at cornerback, quarterback, wide receiver, and running back. So again, somebody's going to win big, and we'll see where he goes.